Ok. Boa noite, pessoal. Good evening, everyone. I hope whoever may come up live watch this short video. Right now, I have my student. Her name is Mel, and she's currently living in Thailand. Então, pessoal, nesse exato momento, eu estou fazendo uma pequena revisão com a minha aluna que mora na Tailândia. O nome dela é Mel. São mais perguntas e respostas. Eu quero compartilhar com vocês esse pequeno vídeo sobre como é fácil, hoje em dia, ensinar inglês de qualquer lugar do mundo para qualquer lugar do mundo. Não importa onde você esteja, você pode ensinar inglês ou aprender inglês internacionalmente em tempo real. Então, vou pedir para a minha aluna dar um oi. Vocês não poderão vê-la porque ela está na câmera, numa outra câmera, então estaremos falando. Hello, Mel. Can you please introduce yourself, tell where you're from, and tell about your English, learning process with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Mel from the Philippines, but currently I'm here in Thailand working, and right now I meet my wonderful teacher here. So, because I want to learn more English, talk with English, so I have some questions to him that I hope I can learn more and, can use more in the daily basis. So, question number one.
Okay, Mel, hold on. Mel, hold on just a second. I'm going to put a comment in here, and then you can ask the question, okay? So I'm going to ask you, you can ask the question, and then we're going to talk one at a time, okay? And so I'm going to put two notes in here in the commentary section. So whoever is watching will be able to listen to your question, and then you can address, okay? So everybody, right now, and thank you for whoever is watching. I can see there's someone watching. Good. So welcome to the channel. Seja bem-vindo. Espero que você curta, que você goste. If you speak Portuguese, say hello, put a comment on that. If you speak English, say hello as well. Ok? Se fala inglês ou português, comente a língua que você fala, para que possa te ajudar. Tá bom? Então, eu estou aqui com minha aluna, ela está em outro país no momento, ela está morando na Tailândia. Okay? E no momento, right now, I am in China. Okay? From China, and my student is in Thailand. So that's pretty cool. É muito bom, é muito fácil hoje poder compartilhar, aprender inglês ou falar inglês, não importa o lugar do mundo onde você se encontra, é muito fácil fazer isso. E aqui está, você não está podendo ver a minha aluna, porque ela está numa outra câmera, mas você poderá ouvir a voz. Hello, Mel. Mel, can you please ask your first question, please? What is the question that you want to ask me tonight?
Okay, my number one question is how and when to use do, does, and did.
Okay, so that's a very simple question. Actually, we're talking about the verb, the auxiliary verb to do, right? So in most cases, you're going to use it to ask questions, okay? Or even help in the sentence when you answer the question in the negative or positives. For example, if you want to ask a question that we don't use the verb to be in the present, you're going to use do or does. Like for this, for example, say, do you like apple? See, do you like apple? So do you use for the plural form of you, we, they. And does you use in the singular form in the present tense. Does she like apple? You see, does she like apple? And then you can give a short answer. Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. Now, if you have to answer, give another answer in a plural form, you can say, yes, they do. Or no, they don't. Okay, so did is the past or the simple past of the verb to do. So you ask questions in the past, and you can also answer using did in the past. For example, did you go to work yesterday? And you can say yes. Can you answer to me, please? Yes. I
Yes, I
did.
did.
That's right, because that you did go, right? Or you can give me a complete answer. Yes, I did go to work yesterday.
Yes, I did go to work yesterday.
See, did you understand? Yes?
Yes,
Is that
yes,
simple? So
yes.
follow the rule. It's very simple, basic, and you can actually get better as you go on. Practicing the language is not that complicated, but you do must understand the rules, observe it, and practice it. Okay? So you have to use the same idea in many different occasions. Okay? That way, before you speak, you have to think if with the time that you're using, if it is the present or the past. Okay? Remember, you use do, does in the present tense, as auxiliary, or you can use in the past, did. However, if you use in the verb to be to ask the question, you do not use the auxiliary do or does. For example, are you studying English right now? Are you
Yes.
studying English right now? That's the present continuous tense. You say, yes, I am studying English right now. Or no, I'm not studying English right now. You see, you don't have to use do or does because the verb to be becomes the main verb and auxiliary verb at the same time. Are you? You see? Yes, I am. Okay? So just be careful when you listen, when you're
Okay.
speaking, if you need to use the auxiliary or if it is do or does or if it is the verb to be. What is another? You said you have other questions. What is another question? Give me a second question, please.
Okay, then second one, because sometimes I was really confused how to use should, would, and could.
Okay. Okay, like I told you before, those are conditional forms, okay? So tonight, you probably won't be able to understand, okay? We need to address that a little bit more. When you have more time, we can speak more about that. But should, or could, or would, all those are conditional, okay? Like, should I do this? Yes, you should, okay? It is a possibility, is okay? Would you come with me? Would you like to come with me? Okay, is another conditional. It means it implies a condition. Would you like to go to the party with me tonight? Yes, I would. Maybe. Okay, it's a possibility. Okay, maybe not. Or could you please help me? Okay, could you please help me clean the house? That's also another possibility. Is sometimes means a permission, okay, that you ask, would you please help me? There is a possibility. But in either case, those are conditional auxiliaries, conditional verbs, and they usually indicate, some of them indicate the past. For example, could is the past of can. Okay, would, okay, is the past of will. Okay, it should. It's also, all those are more complex grammar and we have to understand first the basics so we can go to the next step. Okay, so don't get too concerned yet. As you get there, I will be able to give you, you're going to be able to understand it much easier than right now. So right now we need to focus on the basics of the language, like I am, you are, he, she, it, and learn the simple past, simple present, and simple future. I will. Those are the three simple forms of the verb of that you can conjugate verbs. I am right now. I was yesterday. I will be tomorrow. You see, get to know those three basics, and then later you'll be able to understand much better when to use the conditional form of the verbs. Okay.
Okay,
And
thank you.
next question. Do you have another question?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I have another question, but sometimes, sir, I'm really confused that because lose, the meaning lose, Loose, LOE.
Lose, lost.
There's a difference of
Lose
that.
is yes, depends. That's okay. Give me an example in a sentence. Can you give me an example? How you get yourself confused?
For example, I lost my bag. So isn't that spelling and
No, I knew that. I knew that was the lose is the present form, and lost is the past. I lost my bag. I lost past. Okay, but usually use the lose. I lost. That's a very common expression. Okay, so but if you want to use the same verb in the present tense, that's how we say, don't lose your bag. You see, don't lose your bag, because if you lose it, it will be hard to find it. And then maybe 15-20 minutes later, you start looking for, what is my bag? What is my bag? I can't find my bag. Oh my goodness, you told me to be careful, so to not lose my bag, but now I lost my bag. Can you help me find it? Yes, let's look for it. You go around. Oh, I found it. You see? So your bag is no longer lost. Now you found it. Okay? So lose is the present form of lost. Lost is the past. Okay? And this is in the simple tense. In the simple tense, the simple past or simple present, and the simple future. If you have to use lose on the simple future, what do you have to use? You have to use the auxiliary will. Okay? Be careful. Make sure you know where you put your bag, or you will lose it. You see? Or you will lose it. You understand? That's for the simple future, right? Simple future. You will lose it. And I said, you told me to be careful. Now guess what? I lost it. You see? So don't lose it. Or you can use lose for other options. Don't lose your mind. Don't lose your mind. It means something different. Okay? But you know what? You lost your mind. You lost your mind means you're not thinking straight. You don't know what's going on. Or you're not, your mind is not on the right set, on the right mindset. So you are confused for many things that happen. So you can get lost, very, very easily. Means you're not thinking straight. You understand? So that is another meaning for the word lose. Okay, what is your next question that you might have for me? Tell me.
Okay, another question, teacher, is what is the difference between either or and then neither?
Okay.
What is the difference?
Okay. Okay, so one is used on the positive sentence, the other one is in the negative. Either, okay, is when you have to make a sentence and use the word, okay, you have to make a choice. For example, okay, you ask, you have two things you want to have, but you can only have one. That's what we say. You say, hey Joe, which one should I pick? Can I have both? I say, no, you cannot have both, but you can have either one of them. Okay, you can pick one of them. You can choose between A and between B. You cannot have both, but you can have either one. So you pick one. Okay, so okay, I want to have A. Okay, great. So A is yours and B is mine. You see? Now let's use the example neither or neither. Okay, remember we can use both ways, either or either, or neither or neither. The two ways you can speak. So one is the British accent, British pronunciation. The other is the American pronunciation. So but let's give you another example using neither or neither, which is negative. Hey Joe, you have two kinds of drinks. Can I have one of each, one of them? And I tell no, you cannot have neither one of them, because they belong to two people. So you cannot have any one of them. You understand? Neither one means it, because both belongs to other people, to someone else, or to other people, maybe to John and Mary. So those drinks belongs to John and Mary. So he cannot have neither one of them. Okay. So he cannot have either. Okay, either one of them. So when I say, can I get one? Can I get one of those two drinks? Yes. Which one you want? It doesn't matter. Either one. You see? Doesn't matter. Either one. So you pick between the two. That's the explanation. Okay. But if I say, oh, you cannot get it, neither one of them. Neither. You can't get it either. Okay. What is your next question? Do you have another question?
Right now, teacher, I'm right out of questions.
Okay. So tell me.
Maybe you have something.
No. What?
Maybe you have something that you encourage me to study more, to
Yes.
what.
So as you've been talking past now in the focusing listening to music, music, focus to watching movie in English. You can even put, you don't, but don't put the translation down below. Okay, trying to listen, watching only in English. Well, the thing is this: everybody wants to speak English, but no, most people don't have the patience to dedicate the time they need to dedicate it to get themselves situated around the language. In the beginning, everything is much more complicated, but as you practice more and more your listening skills, your mind, your brain, you start accumulating more and more knowledge, and it becomes more familiar with the accent, and therefore slowly you start absorbing, okay, more and more knowledge, and you're gonna get more comfortable in not only speaking, okay, new words that you don't know, but you're gonna expand your vocabulary base. Avoid translation to your mother tongue. Avoid translation. When you don't yes, when you don't know how to say something in English, the best way for you to do it, that I recommend it to you, to all my students here in China, is this. Uh, Try to explain. Sometimes, when you don't know where you're going, you have to take a longer route to get there, because that's the only route that you know. But the day that you find the shortcut, and you only use the shortcut because you know that's faster, right? And probably safer. But when you don't know how to get there faster, you have to go to the other way. What I mean, if you don't know how to say the word that you needed to give the explanation or the meaning of something, trying to explain, trying to describe what that you're trying to say, and then the other person who speaks the language will be able to understand. So, okay, so you're trying to say this. Oh, yeah, okay, so you say like this. And then you learn. Next time, you don't have to go around again. Remember? Next time, you just have to use the expression or the word that now you learn, now you know. Okay? So, English is about, just like any other language, is about dedication. You have to dedicate time. You have to have the desire to learn the language. English is not one of the hardest language. Okay, a lot of people think it is that hard. It's not. Okay, there are many other languages much more complex than English. For example, I'm right in China, and I've been trying to learn, the Mandarin, and it's very hard because each region of the country, they speak a different dialect, so it's so complicated. But anyways, but it's possible. So what I'm doing, I'm training my hearing, I'm listening, I'm trying to absorb all the four accents of the language, and that way, slowly but steady, is getting easier and easier. But dedication. Okay. All right. And life is about that. Okay, but you already, everybody, for those of you who are watching us, I'm actually speaking with my student. She's in Thailand, and I'm giving her some help, some tips in the English language. I've been teaching her for a while now, and this is just another way that you guys to see it's possible to learn English no matter where you are. And she has a great English already, but we're working in many other areas of the language that she needs in order to take her English to the next level. And this is very important, okay? And So Mel, is there anything you would like to say in order for us before we finalize this video? So people watching and listen to you, please go ahead.
Okay, so yes, so far I have a wonderful teacher that, I learned so much from him. And that's why I love learning English from him, because he dedicates himself. He loves teaching, and he encouraged me to learn more. So I have more eager to learn. So, I'm so excited. So thank you so much, teacher. So I'm really looking forward for another live teaching.
All right, that's pretty good. It's nice to hear from you. I appreciate that. And for those of you who are watching this video, I don't know if you speak English or not. If you do, say hello, write a comment here on the chat box. Or if you speak another language, I speak Portuguese and I speak some Spanish too. Ok? Se você fala português, dá um oi aí. Se você tiver alguma pergunta, por favor, deixe o seu oi, deixe o seu comentário. Estou aqui com uma aluna que está morando na Tailândia, da Filipinas, e eu estou na China, como alguns de vocês já sabem. De qualquer maneira, tiver perguntas sobre como aprender inglês, métodos, deixe o seu comentário, deixe suas perguntas, mas não esqueça de se inscrever no canal, deixar seu like, e tudo isso será muito bem-vindo. Então, eu agradeço aí por terem estado até o momento assistindo, e um forte abraço. So thank you very much for stay with us and watching this live. This is just the first attempt that I'm doing. I'll be doing another live, and within probably the next 10 hours or so. And if you want to watch, I have another student. She's a Chinese student. She's a VIP student. And I will be able to share some of that moment with you guys. So thank you for sticking around. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. See you later.